Welcome back to the Forgotten Middle. Today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty interesting in the leadership space. Ripple for Business is stepping in to bridge what seems like a critical gap in professional growth.
That's exactly right.
You know,
Gosh, far too long, high-quality leadership coaching has been, pretty exclusive, a privilege mostly reserved for a select few right at the top. Our sources today, they reveal a fascinating shift here. It shows how Ripple is fundamentally changing access to this kind of support,
okay.
specifically for growing businesses and honestly, the huge number of managers who've historically just been left to, well, figure things out themselves.
Right, sink or swim.
Yeah.
So our mission for this deep dive then is to unpack how this AI-powered platform delivers personalized, really actionable insights directly to managers at every level. It sounds like it's about making leadership development scalable, accessible, and importantly, without completely blowing the budget. So we're going to explore the core problems it tackles, get into the how behind its AI, which sounds fascinating, and then look at the real, tangible impact it's designed to have.
Especially for those mid-sized companies. So let's unpack this core problem first, because it sounds like a big one. Like imagine Maria, right? Rising team lead, growing tech company, brilliant engineer.
Yeah.
But boom, she's promoted, suddenly managing 5 people, dealing with team conflicts, mentoring career paths, plus her own projects.
Still has the day job, basically.
Exactly. And crucially, zero formal leadership training since maybe that initial onboarding. She's key to her team, but totally unsupported. Our sources say this isn't like a one-off, it's a big challenge for mid-sized places. What is this core problem Ripple sees? Yeah, what you just described, Maria's situation, that perfectly captures what our sources are calling the genuine leadership development gap. It's pervasive because traditional coaching models, they're incredibly expensive, they're slow, and frankly, they're just impossible to scale to the number of managers needing it. We're talking like a huge number.
How much are we talking?
Reportedly, 200 million managers worldwide lack access to any kind of meaningful, ongoing leadership support. It's staggering. And HR leaders, they're often stretched super thin, right? Battling budgets, limited bandwidth. They just can't manually provide this level of development everywhere.
Just not enough hours in the day.
Exactly. So the result is managers, like your Maria, often get promoted into leadership roles without the necessary training or that consistent ongoing support. This leads to leadership development being, well, at best, manual, ad hoc, or often just non-existent.
So it's not just a nice to have then. It's actually blocking growth. Managers are left to figure it out. Trial and error. Sounds painful.
Oh, it is. Very painful. And the consequences, they ripple right through the organization. When these mid-level managers, the ones actually executing strategy, translating the vision, leading the teams when they're overlooked, you see a direct hit on team performance.
Morale too, I bet.
Definitely
Yeah.
morale. And retention, which is huge. This is why the forgotten middle often gets left behind. I mean, how can organizations expect consistent performance or innovation or growth when this critical group is struggling just to develop basic leadership skills? The traditional model, executive coaching, it just doesn't fit the reality, the scale, or the budgets of most growing businesses. It's a real disconnect.
Yeah, that paints a clear picture of the void. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. How does Ripple for Business actually step in? How does it tackle this long-standing, massive problem?
Well, what's really fascinating here is how Ripple uses AI. It makes that high-quality coaching not just accessible, but genuinely scalable. And it's not just another generic training thing. It's built specifically for these growing businesses, the ones struggling with old models. Unlike those methods, it offers real-time, personalized support directly to every manager.
Every manager, not just the execs.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Regardless of level or experience, it brings what was once, exclusive to the C-suite down to the whole organization. Think of it less like a static textbook, more like having a dedicated, adaptive coach right there with you all the time.
Okay, that's a critical difference. So it's not one size fits all, where everyone gets the same kind of generic advice. That's a common knock against scalable training.
No, far from it. That's actually its core strength. Our sources detail a few key things that make it tailored. First, scalable support. That means truly personalized coaching for every manager delivered consistently across the board.
Okay.
Ensures everyone gets the specific attention they need, not just a chosen few.
But how does it do that personalization at scale? That's where AI promises sometimes.
Right, that leads straight to the second point, adaptive learning paths. This is where the AI really shines. It continuously adjusts the coaching strategies based on an individual manager's actual progress and their unique challenges.
So like if I'm using it.
Yeah, imagine you're a manager using it. The AI detects, maybe through interactions or self-assessments, that you're great at conflict resolution, but maybe struggling with delegation.
Okay.
It dynamically shifts your learning path. It'll prioritize resources, suggest specific micro-learning, maybe even offer AI simulations designed just to strengthen that specific area. It uses your own data, your progress, to guide its recommendations. Keeps it relevant and impactful for you.
That real-time adjustment sounds powerful. The coaching evolves with the manager. What about feedback? Knowing how you're actually doing.
Right. Third point, immediate feedback. Managers get instant feedback on their interactions, their progress. Say you're practicing a tough conversation using an AI roleplay. You get immediate insights on your approach.
So you can apply it right away.
Exactly. Apply improvements directly into your daily routine. Helps skills stick way faster than waiting for a weekly coaching session. And finally, for HR and learning leaders, there's comprehensive analytics.
Okay, the data side.
Yeah, deep, actionable insights into managerial growth across the whole company. HR can pinpoint organization-wide skill gaps. Like maybe they see lots of new managers need help with psychological safety, or they can track the ROI of their development budget, connect platform use to retention rates.
Oh, that sounds like it tackles both the cost and the complexity. Those analytics must be a game changer for HR, trying to justify spend and see what's working.
Absolutely. Rypple cuts costs significantly compared to traditional executive coaching. I mean, that stuff runs thousands per person. Prohibitive for whole teams.
Right.
Ripple's built to be budget-friendly for mid-sized companies that just can't spend that on every manager, and crucial for getting going fast. Our sources mention its low-barrier setup, quick onboarding.
The no massive IT project.
Exactly. Managers get access fast, no complex integrations. It's designed to be cost-effective, easy to integrate. A viable solution. Our sources also mention flexible pricing, like a team plan for 5 members, really accessible monthly costs. Less than $2 a day per person, they said.
Wow.
And for bigger places, a company plan with volume pricing shows it scales up too. It's really about democratizing that high-quality development.
Okay, but what about the business itself? Beyond saving money on coaching, what are the real tangible benefits a company sees?
Yeah.
Because it has to deliver strategic value.
Yeah, absolutely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, companies using Rypple, they report very tangible benefits, stuff that hits the bottom line and improves culture. We're talking increased employee engagement, more motivated, productive people.
Makes sense. Better managers, happier teams.
Right. Reduce turnover, you keep good people, cut recruitment costs, and improve team performance overall. Like one manager we heard about mentioned how their weekly check-ins with Rypple helped them restructure team meetings, led to a noticeable 15% jump in team-reported project clarity in just 2 months.
That's specific.
Yeah. And Susan Lovegren, an EVP CHRO, mentioned in the sources, she put it well, said Rypple brings structure, accountability, and momentum to leadership development. Accessible and actionable well beyond the executive tier. Really speaks to democratizing skills.
So it's more than just individual managers getting a bit better. It's about shifting the whole organizational landscape, a strategic investment, fostering continuous growth.
Exactly. And it's not just abstract stuff. We hear from managers themselves. Let's go back to Maria, our product manager example. She's swamped, right? Product roadmaps, stakeholders. One product manager highlighted this common issue. As a manager, it's challenging to find time to help people develop and create their own goals.
Yeah, finding that time is tough.
Right. Rypple steps in, acts as that consistent, structured guide for her team's basic development. Frees Maria up for more strategic work while her team still gets that growth support. It lets managers delegate some of that foundational development to the AI, freeing up their own time. It's really about empowering every manager to thrive. Be adaptive, impactful, gives them guidance anytime, anywhere, fits into busy schedules, helps them get insights that drive action, build that accountability.
This deep dive really shows how AI is making a profound impact in areas maybe we didn't expect, like leadership development. Rypple for Business seems to fundamentally shift how companies nurture talent, making sure no manager in that forgotten middle gets left behind because of cost or logistics. Feels transformative.
It really does. It pushes us to think about how tech can democratize access to essential skills, not just for the C-suite, but for that entire middle layer of management, the backbone of so many companies. And this raises a big question, I think, for all of us as we look ahead. As businesses keep evolving, getting faster, more agile, How might these scalable AI-driven solutions reshape not just leadership, but maybe every aspect of professional growth and organizational success? Could high-quality development become universally available?
Something to definitely think about as you navigate your own professional journey and as you watch how organizations invest in their most critical asset, their people.
Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. A powerful idea to end on. Thanks for tuning in to The Forgotten Middle. We'll see you next time.